Welcome to Financial Empowerment Academy's live training. I've called this academy purely from the point of view that whenever you join for a particular program, I strongly believe that from that program, you have to graduate with that knowledge and that awareness. Many times, whenever you are with a particular mentor, you get the awareness, but the knowledge, the wisdom, and the implementation doesn't happen. So that's why I've needed an academy, because all women who come to my academy, men are always welcome, who come to my academy, they graduate, and we both tell each other, yes, we have done it, we have achieved it. So let's have some framework, because I've realized whenever we have a framework for anything in life now, it always works out best for both the parties, for you as well as for me. Having an open mind, I have realized, being a part of so many sessions, whenever I have gone with an open mind that I'm going to absorb as much as possible, I'm going to be a sponge, I have realized that things have clicked me way differently. So I know this power pack gang that I have right now on my screen, it believes in the concept of having an open mind. Yeah. The second is putting an intention for attending today's session. See, the very fact, if you're here in this room, there is definitely something that you are aspiring for, you are wanting in life. वो बोलता है ना कि 99% से 100% पे ना the water boils. That 1% makes a difference in that boiling of the water. So you can just take few seconds to write down.
Why don't you also do something? Do one session of mental math.
Uh, okay. So I would request you to take few seconds and write down in your book, why are you here? Why are you spending 2 hours in this session? Why are you investing your time? What is it that you want to achieve? And I'm a big believer of intention, that whenever you have put intention, from deep inside your heart, it always comes back to you in some format or the other. So can you write down your intention for today? You've written down? You can just give a thumbs up. If someone needs time, let me know. Can we move on? Fine. So let me just move on with it. The second is request you to put your phones on. I've also put my phones on mute. Okay, important urgent calls, always welcome. Please take it. And please switch on your videos, because I feel the energy that you have when you're switching on the video. We were just discussing about that earlier. It is way, way different. And thank you for all my women power who has switched on their videos. Thank you so much, because you will absorb it way differently. Your alertness will be way, way different. So thank you for all those people who have switched on their videos. Thank you so much. And the question answer will be taken at the end. So what I would request is that, as and when the slides are coming, if there are certain thoughts that you have in your mind, make a note of it. We will definitely discuss at the end. Like, no matter how much time it takes, I'll be there and I'll be answering all the questions to the best possible capability of mine. Yeah. So let's move on. The flow of the event is this: 3 parts to the event. The first is my story. Then we go deeper in today's topic. And the last, I'll be talking about my offering, because many times what I've realized, people don't know what you're offering and how I'm serving the world. So I'll be talking about my offering at the end. Okay, to make this entire thing more interesting, there's a special handout. There's a special gift, you can say. Small, cute, but meaningful, that is there for all those who stay till the end of the session. And there's a special prize for the participant who participates maximum today. So this book I'll be gifting, so that there'll be only one. So keep the chat box buzzing with meaningful conversations. It brings life to the entire thing. Otherwise I'm the one like, after a particular point, maybe bore ho jaungi. So let's keep the chat box buzzing with all meaningful And this book is a beautiful, amazing book. Uh, I think even if you have one, you can always have another one and you can just enjoy reading it. So there's a special prize at the end. Put me in the chat box if you're excited to win the prize at the end. Let's manifest it. Natasha said me. Yay! I like that me. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So nice to see the energy. It's absolutely amazing. Sunny smiling. He's a guy who motivates all of us like we're a part of one group and he's all out there. Bring that energy every morning. Thanks, Sunny, for being here today. Okay. So happy to see that energy. Okay. So if you're here today, it is a sign from the universe. I'm a big, big believer that nothing in life is a coincidence. If you're here today, see, I reached out to so many people. Out of that, so many people, few registered. Out of that, you are here today. So if you're here today, there is a reason. So my prayers to the universe is that whatever intention, whatever that you are seeking, divine, please help you to find that solution. Please help you to find that answer for which you have come today. Whether it is through me or whether it is through someone, is absolutely fine. Because you are here for a reason. And my deepest prayers that helps you achieve whatever you are here today. Isn't it? You believe this, na? You're not just anywhere just for like that. You're here for a reason. How many of you believe in that? That perfect. Yes, Anita. I can't see a lot more people. Whoever is there on my screen, I'm going to take their names. That doesn't mean that others are because I can see very limited number of people on my screen. So that's why I'm taking Anita's name because I saw a thumbs up from you. Yes, I'm a big, big believer. Even mentors that I got in my life, I actually saw that whatever I was seeking, and out of many, I connected with one energy, and I felt this is what. There was no logic to why I was doing it. I paid the money, and then I was thinking myself, I paid so much of money. What's the logic? There's no logic. It's all magic. So life is more about magic and less of logic. I've realized that late, but it's a good realization in my life. Okay. So moving on from here, my story. Okay, can you see me with my bacha? That was 2005 ka photo. I was telling my husband yesterday, ये तो मैं लग रही हूँ बांग्लादेशी लग रही हूँ इस पे तो. I But to be very honest, I actually shared my story on Insta also. And purposely I put all those pics जो मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता था because somewhere I realized अपने आप को हम accept नहीं कर पाते in our not so good avatar. Like we all have our different avatars, and I said no, I accept myself, every single part of me, with whichever way it is. So if you see one post of mine where I've shown from the childhood till now, and it just reminds me how far I have come. Yeah, it gives me so much of joy and happiness to see that. So the story that I'm going to talk about today is purely from the money angle, from the finance angle. So I started working in 1999. I think after my graduation, I was just sitting and looking at the midday ka advertisements, and मैं बोला चलो कुछ करते हैं. So I was just applying, and then I got in 20th Century Finance Corporation. At that time, I was working in loans section in 20th Century. एक चीज मैंने क्या लाइफ में रियलाइज किया ना, whenever I wanted to do any kind of a job, मेरे को सब कुछ फर्स्ट क्लिक में मिला है. Means I went for it, 3 interviews, selected. Whatever, like जितना भी interviews I've always got selected. So I just went. वो I think my generation in 1999 उतना कुछ था, करियर वरियर उतना नहीं, बस बैंक में जॉब मिला, बहुत अच्छा, everyone is so happy. And from there, I moved on to Bombay, and I worked in Citicorp Securities. So I was handling the cash management division of Citicorp Securities, which is a sister concern of Citibank. From there, when I got married and my husband said कि तुम इतना लेट आओगे तो पता नहीं हमारा शादी कितना दिन टिकेगा. Literally, he said that. I said, नहीं नहीं मेरे को टिकाना है because I got married in 2000. I used to come home at 9:30 and used to be in office by 9 because it's like you have to be there at a particular time. And I said, नहीं नहीं मेरे को मेरा शादी टिकाना है. तो then I changed to ICICI Bank. So it happened that there was someone in that place. They said, why don't you write a application? मैंने बोला application लिख के मिल जाता है क्या job? They said, no, no, write an application. If they have a vacancy, they will call you. And innocently, I think most of the things I have done with a pure heart, with innocence, and it just worked for me. I wrote that letter, an application, and I got a call from ICICI. I went through 3 rounds of interviews. I got selected. Then people were surprised. आईसीआईसीआई बैंक में मिला है. And actually I felt मेरे को ट्रॉफी मिल गया because घर पे सबको लगा कि खजाना कुछ तो इसने ले लिया है. Because in those days getting a bank job was really something very prestigious. So आईसीआईसीआई में 8 साल मैंने निकाला. सब लोगों ने बोला ये तो यहाँ से रिटायर होके जाने वाली है. Literally, like I was there, completely giving myself to the organization, really grew up to the team manager level, from an officer to a team manager level. And when my daughter was born in 2007, I had a lot of health issues. I developed severe rashes all around my body. And that's the time when I was realizing that whatever kind of a life I'm leading is not the right way of leading life. And I decided to make a shift. See, life is a serendipity. I'm seriously telling you, life is a serendipity. हमको जब जब जो जो चाहिए strongly वो हमको मिलता है. We have always got it. And for me, at that point of time, I was literally looking out for flexi working hours. And I was ready to work for anything. I was ready to do anything. And I was telling my sister about that. I want to do a flexible working hours. This was in 2000, I think 2000, yeah, 2008, when the concept of flexi working hours was not there at all. And my sister was saying, तू तो ऐसे कुछ भी कौन देता है, कौन flexible working hours देगा, पूरा पगार देगा. मैंने बोला नहीं, मेरे को flexi working hours है, मेरे को दो बच्चे लोग, and because I was too committed to everything and I thought a lot of my energy was going both here and there. And you won't believe, I met my friend, this friend of mine, and instead of saying hi, bye, anything, I just said, मेरे को job चाहिए. And she said, कौन सा job चाहिए? मैंने बोला कुछ भी job करने को तैयार हूँ. बोलता है, but बता तो तेरे को क्या करना है. मैंने बोला कुछ भी करूंगी, मैं पीपीटी करूंगी, कॉलिंग करूंगी, कुछ भी करेंगे, मेरे को जॉब चाहिए, मेरे को सिर्फ शिफ्ट होना है, पगार भी नहीं दोगे तो चलता है, बट मेरे को जॉब चाहिए. दैट वाज माय फ्रस्ट्रेशन बिकॉज आई न्यू दैट आई एम अ वेरी aspirational women from the point of view that every day I want to be my best version. Now, when I come from that energy, I can't sit at home. That's not me. So I realized I need to do something meaningful, need to learn every single day because I'm a student for life. I'm learning, keep improving. So I was in that zone कि पैसे भी नहीं दोगे but मैं job करूंगी, बाद में तुम देख लो मेरे को कहाँ पे you can fit in. So I went for this interview and my founder he asked me कि सेल्स करोगे, सेल्स आता है? मैंने बोला आज तक तो किया नहीं, सर्विस ही किया है. Then I asked him, what if I fail not getting business to the company? He said, we'll put you in some other department. I said, there's no flip side. ज़्यादा क्या होगा? I have my job. He'll put me somewhere else. But you see, God, whatever I'm doing today, God has made me do all those things without which today what I'm doing wouldn't have been possible. So 15 years I was in this wealth management, doing sales and acquisition. And I actually learned what is sales from the pure angle because our company is amazing. Like the company where I worked was absolutely amazing when it comes to doing the right thing for the clients. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had the top notch clients whose account I managed. I managed accounts more than 100 crores, and I take that pride because it takes a lot of a 100 crore guy has a very different expectation, and to meet up that expectation I felt, yeah, I have improved, I have bettered myself. So 15 years I was there, and then I think during COVID I realized that I can't be like going. I don't want someone else to demand my time, and I wanted to live life as per my terms and condition. Although I love the job, I love the company, but I said, no, I want to do something which is more meaningful. And that's when I went towards the coaching industry. NLP was a start. 2019, I did my NLP. Then I did Puja Puneet Ka, all the levels of coaching. I did that. Then I've done 4 levels of pranic healing. I'm a Reiki healer also. So people keep on asking me, "Itna karte kya ho? Why are you keep doing all these things?" I said, I'm a big seeker of mind-body connection. See, when you're seeking something, na, then it's not like courses. You're going deeper inside and trying to understand ये क्यों होता है, how to make life better. Because I start my day with full energy as if there is life out there waiting for me to hug me. That's the way how I start life. And I sometimes feel that how can I tell people to live that, because पैसे आ जाएंगे जाएंगे, great होगा, but how do you live that life? And I think because of that, this entire seeking, I'm in that seeking zone. And the best part about the money realization, how I'm doing this, is during one of my mentor pujas, Lakshmi ka session, goddess isme, when we had to do certain worksheets on money, I literally cried because I didn't treat money very well. So I have a story of my own money story. So from 1999 till 2008, I was living in a one-room kitchen. I had no savings. FDs thoda thoda, thousands mein, and I had done a lot of insurance policies. I was very happy that insurance to maine kiya hai. And in 2008, when I joined this wealth management, and that's why you can see the difference in 2005, how I'm looking in 2009. It shows that I've worked a lot on myself in terms of my energy. I feel the more than the looks and all, I feel the energy talks a lot about a particular person. So during that session, I realized I never, from 1999 till 2008, I never gave respect to money energy, because I actually mirrored all of my dad's belief. So the belief was, पैसे आएंगे ना तो रिलेशनशिप खत्म हो जाएगा, बच्चे लोग का वैल्यू सिस्टम चला जाएगा, हार्ड वर्क ही करना है, हार्ड वर्क के बिना पैसे नहीं आएंगे, बहुत मेहनत करने से ही पैसे आएंगे, पैसे के पीछे मत भागो, स्पिरिचुअल पीपल डोंट रन आफ्टर मनी. एंड एज अ tam dram, we are very spiritual, doing the right things, living the life with the right value system. वो सब था. So honestly ना, there were times when people used to ask me, तुम्हारा salary क्या है? I never knew what my salary, I never knew what my numbers were. I think God purposely put me in the wealth management. बोला कि ये लड़की है ना, ऐसे रहेगी तो फिसटी होने वाले आज का life. Literally, I think he just said कि I have to save her. That was the situation. And I said, let me put her in the wealth management. And every single day I met wealthy people. And then I used to feel, इतने तो बुरे नहीं है जैसे मैं सोचती थी. Whatever my dad has told, whatever the movies have shown, that एक अमीर आदमी बेचारा सबको एकदम निचोड़ रहा है, ऐसा तो नहीं है life. And then I was thinking, and then subconsciously I started loving wealthy people. मेरे घर पे भी ना, मेरे को उनका बाथरूम अच्छा लगता था, मेरे को उनका the way they used to serve a tea, the way they used to do small thing, I used to love that a lot. And I saw, luckily, all my clients were contributing immensely to the society. And subconsciously, I was changing every single day. And I'll tell you what all happened in my life. That's what these photos are all about. 2009, I first bought my dream home, which I'm going to share in one of the slides. I got my dream home. Then in 2012, I got my first luxury first-hand car. I said, "नहीं, first-hand ही लूंगी." And then for 15 years, we have done international vacations with my kids, because I feel that bigger knowledge is seeing the world. Bookish knowledge will take you to a particular place, but when you see the world, when you interact with people, the world is such a big canvas. And so these holidays, international holidays that I do, like recently my kids did scuba diving and they thoroughly enjoyed the expensive experience. And see, all these things are expensive, they all need money. Okay, experience comes with money. So 15 years of international vacation, then being a member of one of the prestigious clubs in Bombay. Then I had a dream that when I do my first US trip, I will go by business class. So just recently when we did the US clip, the entire family went through business class, going and coming. It was my dream. Like, there's no logic to dream. Life, there's no, whenever you have a dream, there's no logic to it. There's only emotion and there's only passion. Like when I told my husband ki US business class mein jane ka, he said, do you know how much it cost? I said, dreams don't have logic. उसने बोला ये बहुत अच्छा लाइन है. मैंने बोला हाँ अच्छा लाइन है. I said, no, I just came out. I said, dreams don't have logic. Why should I not go? And for 3-4 months, my phone ka deep screen guard was business class chair. So I put it on my no, I want to do it, I want to experience it, because life has to be experienced. It's not about going a business, it's about that feeling, it's about that emotion, it's about aspiring. So that and recently the house where I'm staying, it's a 4 BHK where I could give a separate room to my dad, because I always wanted a separate room for him. And in that session with my mentor Pooja Puneet, I felt what how things changed for me from 1999 till 2008. कुछ नहीं हुआ मेरे लाइफ में. वो बोलता ना मूवी में एक रेगिस्तान में एक छोटा सा घर और everyone is happy and सुखी, but the flowers blooming वो नहीं हुआ. Means life चल रहा था. See, now I have my own NGO where I help girl child with higher education. So many things changed in my life because my relationship with money changed. And when I did that exercise, literally I cried how much I didn't respect that beautiful energy that makes our life so amazing. That was the feeling with which I had. And it's a strong belief, personal belief, that whenever, so the first thing is that how beautiful is your energy, and that it's a journey. It's not that you do one sheet and aapko pata chal jata hai. It's a journey. But once that journey starts, you know how you can change it. So this been my story from the money angle, part of it, like how money has transformed and how I came into this money thing specifically. I'll tell you. So in 2000, in 2022, yeah, in 2022 in March, there was a women financial on Women's Day. Vidya Balan, who was my client in the previous organization, she was interviewed by my CEO for women and financial literacy. And you just see serendipity of life. I was not planning to do money coaching. I was planning to do life coaching. मेरा पूरा website तैयार हो गया था life coaching पे. And Vidya Balan in her interview says how Meena Shriram has helped her doing this, doing that. And it was not required at all in the first place for her to say, but this is life serendipity. Women started coming to me and I said, पहले भी मैं वही थी. अभी विद्या बालन ने बोला तो सब लोग आ रहे. पहले भी तो मैं वही थी. The skills have not changed. Qualities have not changed, but it's just that that validation comes. Okay, if Vidya Balan is saying, that means she has done well. So they came to me. Initially I just took one woman, second women, and then when they said, this ये सब हुआ है, ये benefit मिला है, and then I asked 2 or 3 of my clients initially. I said, should I do life coaching or money coaching? बोलते नहीं, money coaching ही करो. Life coaching तो सब कर रहे हैं, money coaching करो. And you won't believe, it took some time for me to give all my energy to money, because there was a conflict in my mind. Life, money, life, money, life. But then I think in the last 6, 7, 8 months, I've gone all out and accepted that energy. And I've told Divine, जब तक मुझे ये करना है आप मुझे बताओगे, कुछ और करना तो वो भी आप मुझे बताओगे. So I'm not worried on that part. So now you know my story, why I'm here. Interesting. कुछ connect हुआ, किसी को कुछ part से connect हुआ, you can write in the chat box if you feel that in certain parts you could see yourself in the story. Shivani is saying travel, knowledge and experience. Wow, thank you. So sweet, so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. मुझे तो लग रहा है सब लोग गिफ्ट लेके जाने वाले हैं. मुझे तो बुक्स बहुत सारे ऑर्डर करने पड़ेंगे अभी. Anyway, so let's move on. Thank you so much for patiently listening to my story. Thank you, thank you. I feel there is always a why when people do it, and I think to know that why is very interesting, because कोई भी कुछ भी ऐसा नहीं करता है. You do it for a reason. So that's where I am super kicked and thinking. And today, when I was thinking about this webinar, I was trying to put in this energy that I'm coming from a space of serving and not from the space of performance. See, जब भी हम webinar देते हैं, कुछ भी देते हैं, when you come from a space of performance, it's extremely like बहुत heavy energy है. But when you come from a space to serve, it's a very different energy. Okay, so that's my story. Thank you once again for listening. And now we come to today's topic of unlocking your abundance mindset, 7 steps to attracting wealth. So I would say this topic actually took me some time to understand kya bolu, because there's so many things I know, so many things I can talk about it. And I was thinking that let me understand. So what I did, this is what I did. I'm telling you what I did. I put everything to chat GBT and I said, give me the one, because sometimes when I'm literally confused, I tell Divine, please tell me what I should do. And then this is the topic that came forward. And I said, okay, this is the one I think most of the people needed. This is the way how I go about. Whenever I want to do something, I ask universe, please give me signs and symbols. Tell me what I should do, and I will do that, because I know a lot of things, but I don't know what my women need. Tell me what they need, and I will do that. So that's why this topic has come. This is just not come just like that, but there's a reason why I've chosen this. Now, let's go in understanding. Abundance is such a common vocabulary, हम हर दिन यूज करते हैं, ये तो extremely common है. And I was curious कि dictionary हमको क्या बोलता है abundance के बारे में. Let me understand the definition of a dictionary. It says very large quantity of something. It can be anything: love, opportunities, career, relationship, wealth. So abundance is a common vocab, not just for wealth, but for everything in life which is flourishing, blooming. So that's the abundance ka meaning. Now let's understand what is an abundance mindset, which is again we very commonly use. अरे यार उसका तो ना abundance mindset है, अरे यार उसका तो scarcity mindset है. Now abundance means living in abundance, means recognizing the endless potential that you have in yourself and others. Once again, I repeat it. Living in abundance means recognizing the endless potential that you have in yourself and others. When we were born as babies, we were like that clean slate. Sub powerful, sub wealthy, sub capable. Everything was there. And living in abundance means the biggest thing now, the person is not living in the zone of fear. The person is not self-constrained. कभी कभी हमको लगता है ना हम सांस नहीं ले पा रहे हैं. Have you guys felt that way at times whenever you do certain things? You feel something is like holding you very hard in your chest. So the person is not self-constrained. The person who has an abundance mindset lives in a endless. That person can see endless possibilities that is there in life. The person is usually optimistic, and the person taps into the zone of giving back. Giving comes very naturally to them when you're in an abundance mindset. But how often are we in this zone? Have you all not heard these statements? Like I have also said it, many years back. Uh, you know, I don't think so. I have enough. I cannot afford this. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve it. Majority of the times I've heard from women saying that I don't think so I can learn money management. I said, boss, you guys are managing so many things. This is बाएं हाथ का खेल है. No one has taught you properly. Like how maths is always known as a very hard subject. Hard नहीं, teacher अच्छा होगा तो कोई भी subject hard या difficult नहीं होता है. It's all about the way someone teaches you interestingly. It's very interesting. So all these are limitation. I want you to put me in the chat box if you have heard about all these limitations, all these words. Have you heard it? Have you said it yourself? Write me in the chat box. This session is not just for me talking about it, but I want you to take maximum advantage of this session by going deeper into your own belief systems. See, the change will only happen जब हमको पता, okay, this is my belief system. Oh, now I want to correct it. So when I was doing this PPT, also I was saying, what am I trying to achieve? What am I trying to communicate? What is it that my women should get help from? And I feel the thing is that when you start getting the awareness, oh, I'm moving in this zone, then you can change. You know what has to be changed. Okay. Now we all have used these statements, but abundance says we have endless potential that we can see in ourselves and others. So what is this mindset? This mindset is, we all know, is a scarcity mindset. Now, what is a scarcity mindset? Means that you're so obsessed with the lack of something that you cannot appreciate how much you have. Once again, I repeat it, it means that we are so obsessed with the lack of something that you cannot appreciate how much you have. Now, we are living in a generation which is full of abundance. Ab koi bhi mall mein jao, koi bhi restaurant mein, the food is overflowing, clothes are overflowing, everything is in abundance in our life. But still, you know, those statements do often come. That is also because of a reason that the brain that we have, the brain is, the software of the brain is that of the ape ka time. At that point of time, survival was very important for us. And because of that survival, we always tend to protect ourselves at all points of time. So whenever these limitations come, it is not you, it is your ape ka brain that is telling you, protect, protect. But we are not living in the jungles. We are living in the current generation, which is full of opportunities um, and all the choices that we have. So you just have to tell yourself, I'm in the current generation, I know, let me figure it out. Even if you tell that to your mind, I'm telling you, the way you go about doing things is way different. So can you see the difference between an abundance mindset and a scarcity mindset? How it is completely different. Now, what I want you to do in the next, before that, this is a beautiful quote. I love this quote. And initially, मेरे को उतना समझा नहीं. I said 3 years back when I heard this and I felt, okay, ये क्या है? Where attention goes, energy flows, results show, ये क्या है? But over a period of time, I have realized when I have been more aware about a lot of things, whatever we keep repeating again and again and again, that becomes a reality in our life. और फिर हम बोलते हैं, अरे मैं बोल रहा था ना, देखो हो गया, आपने ही उसको क्रिएट किया है. You have created that reality by telling it again and again and again and again. Like how we say this, um, there was one client who was talking to me and saying, you know, I cannot pay this loan. मेरे को पता नहीं मैं कैसे पे करेगा. मैं तो ये घर खरीद पाएगा कि नहीं. Rather than saying that, ask this question, how I can do it. It takes the same energy to say the same thing. So remember, wherever you're putting your attention, whatever vocab you're using, your life is getting formed. So be very careful of your vocab. The best way, what I did was I used to put a rubber band. A rubber band means the one that doesn't hurt you. And moment I used to say anything which was not empowering, I will not use positive and negative. Empowering me, I used to do this. And I used to be aware, oh, let me change my language. Let me change. And I used to literally do that. And I wore it for a pretty long period of time. And I used to realize, oh, in a day, so many times I have done it. So what I'm sharing, I've done all these things. And I've seen the result for myself and with my clients, and that's what I'm sharing with you. So be very careful. Whatever you keep saying, even jokingly, again and again, that becomes your reality in life. So now let's understand the difference between a scarcity mindset and abundance mindset. I feel understanding is very important because it gives you a lot of perspective. And I want you to do this exercise from two angles. The first is that understand what's the software inside you. So whenever I'm telling you difference between this and this, in your notebook, this is just for yourself. Circle what you feel you are in that zone. This is just for your awareness. So when I say different scarcity, abundance, you say, oh, scarcity. Oh, I'm in abundance. Oh, I'm scarcity. And for yourself, you give a score. What's your score for abundance and scarcity? You know what software is inside you and you know how your life will go about it. Yeah. So that's one. Second is that this also tells you, see, whenever we all are here because we want to achieve something. We want to tap into that abundance mindset. We want to be wealthy in our life. We want to have that beautiful wealth consciousness in our life. It also tells you where exactly you need to work on. It's just like when you go to a doctor and you say you have a stomach ache, the doctor will press your stomach and say, okay, this part. You say, ha, this part. So when I'm doing the differentiation, go through it and see which is that thing that if you work on it, it will help you solve and help you, tap into that abundance in your life. So the scarcity mindset is there will never be enough. And I'll give a beautiful example of one of my client in my previous organization. When I met him, he had 50 crores in mutual funds, stocks, everything. And as a part of a goal setting, I always used to ask my clients that, do you have any charity goal? And he said, I will think of charity goal when I have 100 crores. And I was thinking, 50 crores? Okay, he's thinking, I think of a charity goal, 100 crores. Came out of the meeting, I'm thinking, ऐसे भी सोच सकते हैं, why is he thinking this way? Because that 100, as per his goal planning, when he reaches 100 crores, all his goals are achieved. So in his mind, when all the goals are achieved, I will think of charity goal. Now, do you think कि कभी भी 100 crores में भी charity goal सोचने वाला है? नहीं.
I didn't catch that. Could you try again?
So he will never be able to, he will never go into that zone of abundance because in his mind, he doesn't have enough in life. Yeah. Now, how does an abundance person think? Abundance person will think there will always be more. And I'll give you a beautiful example of my fitness trainer. During COVID, when like fitness industry, like people completely like our entire focus during COVID was to zinda bachna hai ye period se best. That was our focus. Immunity, garam pani pio, inhaler. That was our life. No one was thinking about doing fitness and stuff like that. So this my fitness trainer at that point of time, his complete income was stopped, but he went about feeding all the dogs in the street. He was not getting income, but he was going and feeding all the animals in the street because animals were not getting food. Can you imagine the mindset with which he was operating? He knew there will be more. It will come to him. So in your case, think where are you operating from? Then the next example, competes to stay on top. Like a lot of people you have seen, they feel the only way they can be in that, they can achieve that level or hierarchy in the system by putting people down, by bad mouthing people, by stealing someone's work because they're extremely insecure. They don't believe in their capability. They know that this is the only way they can stay on top. Whereas a person with an abundance mindset collaborates, is a team player. The team wins, they win. That's the mindset with which they operate. Then a scarcity mindset person is extremely stingy. Now, this is something reflection because I've seen a lot of women like whenever I have my session, they say that, when it comes to spending on myself or when it comes to spending on others, I feel guilt. I feel ye sahi hai kya? Pata nahi, I cannot do it. Where are you operating from? So when you're not spending either on yourself or on others, and you have that fear, that means there's a fear that I will have less money left. So think, this is something like majority of the women I've heard. That's why I'm covering this. So where are you operating from? If you're stingy, when I'm saying stingy is a very, very, very harsh word, like ekdam kanjoos. But there are times when we feel guilty. So what's the mindset with which you're operating? Whereas an abundance person is generous, not generous in terms of money, words, action, everything. Energy wise also, he can just seva, पूरा दुनिया का सेवा करके he'll be radiating and bright. And you think इसके पास energy कहाँ से आता है? So not generous with money, but generous with everything in life because the person taps into that thing that I know, मेरे को मिलेगा, मेरे पास है. Then the scarcity mindset person holds knowledge. Like there are so many people who've seen, अरे अरे मैं आइडिया बोल देगा ना वो बिजनेस चालू कर देगा. आइडिया में किसी के साथ शेयर नहीं करने वाला है. All thoughts, all ideas, all knowledge, you're clinging to yourself. नहीं नहीं मैं ही करेगा, मैं ही रखेगा. बोलेगा तो वो आगे बढ़ जाएगा. Okay, I'll give Sachin Tendulkar's bat to you. कल बन जाओगे हम लोग. मैं खुद नहीं बनूंगी सचिन तेंदुलकर. Just by having his bat, I cannot be a Sachin Tendulkar. It takes a lot of things to be a successful person. There are a lot of elements to make that person successful. But typically that thought is there that if I share my knowledge with someone, that person will go ahead. This again comes from a space of fear. Whereas an abundance mindset person will share the knowledge with everyone, because that's the only way they can grow. Sharing is caring. That's the funda that that person has. Then a scarcity mindset person is selfish towards others. I, me, myself. Expectation from the world to do a lot of things for themselves, but when it comes to they doing it, that portal is not open for them. Whereas an abundance mindset person goes all about serving people, and they get that joy, that happiness in serving people. And a scarcity mindset person is suspicious all the time. I think these guys are talking about me only. Maybe they are discussing something else on the weather, or अरे ये market आज 64, 65,000, 67,000 gap. They must be discussing about that, but that person is saying, अरे she's talking about me. Always in their mind, they're thinking that people are scheming against them. That's the scarcity mindset. An abundance person believes that the best will happen. World is there. They trust people. The world is there to support. And, everything is like fine. Sab kuch theek hai. I hope this helped you to understand where you are, which is the zone that you're moving more into. Did this help you? You can just write whatever you feel like in the chat box, Just let me know whether this was helpful, because when I was doing it, I myself was placing myself. Oh, I'm here, I'm there. I'm here, I'm there. Okay. Thanks, Shivani. Thank you. Yeah. So the best illustration for a scarcity mindset person is that closed fist. This is how a scarcity mindset person is. पकड़ा है, जोर से पकड़ा है, नेल्स हर्ट कर रहा है, चलेगा, हर्ट करने दो, हाथ दुख रहा है, चलता है, बट मैं नहीं छोड़ेगा. If I leave it, I will lose everything. They're holding everything in life. And even the blessing of divine, when it comes, वो नीचे गिर जाता है, वो आता नहीं है. भगवान बोलता है हाथ खोलो तभी मैं आपको दे सकता हूँ. Can you receive something? If someone is giving me this cup, can I get it with this hand? Can I hold it? I can't. I have to open my eyes to get hands for it to hold it. I cannot get anything in life with a closed fist. So this is exactly the mindset of a scarcity person. He's clinging on to things. Whereas an abundance person has an open hand. The person is fine risking losing things. The person is fine risking, missing out on something, because the person knows that divine's blessing will come and things will happen. And always remember that whenever we cling or whenever we hoard something, हम उसको suffocate करते हैं. वो कभी grow नहीं हो सकता है. And the same thing is money energy. Money is a beautiful energy. The more you cling, the more you hold, it is getting suffocated. I can't breathe. That's the feeling. The more you open, things work out for you. Life is so beautiful when you live your life that way. Now, most of us, even I had this myth. I'll talk about myself. I had this myth that all the wealthy people are abundance people before I was in wealth management. And I met so many wealthy who were living on big, such amazing houses you can't even imagine. But they were in constant fear. कल कोई मेरा पैसा लेके जाएगा तो मेरा क्या होगा? Constant fear. What if I lose money? What if I lose money? What if someone will take away my money? that person, just imagine having that beautiful money energy. What kind of a life are you leading? Such a horrible life. So why this abundance mindset is so important? Because whatever quantum of money energy you have in your life, this energy has to make your life wonderful, beautiful. Live, let live, have that, that flow in life. So wealth to aa jayega, wealth aa hi jayega, but this mindset, to get this mindset is something, बोलते हैं जिसने जीता उसकी तो life बन गई. That's the thing. So that's why this concept of abundance mindset is so very important. And while I was making the presentation, I went so deep and I said, thank you, God. I learned so much from making this presentation because it helped me correct certain things in me and validated strongly certain things in me. So that's the reason why having this mindset is so important, because money will come to you in life, but how are you leading your life? What is the energy? What is the space from where you're leading your life? That is very important. Yeah. Now, from here, okay, let me see some chats. Yes, Shivani. Absolutely, absolutely. Made me reflect upon my constraining mindset. Thanks, Om. Priyanka have made it aware about my mindset and reinforced how mindset affects. Perfect. Perfect. Anupam might give so much of certainty. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys, for all the shares that you have done in the chat. Amazing. Now let's move on to food for thought. This is our life. Thought leads to feelings. Feelings lead to actions. Actions lead to result. And thoughts come from our pre-programming. हमारा जो भी programming है, limiting beliefs, empowering beliefs, it comes from there. So be very, very careful of your thoughts. Use this technique. It really helps you. At least it really helped me a lot. So use this technique and always remember this is the flow. So if you're not happy with anything in your life, I would request you to go back and do a self-analysis of your thoughts, and you will know where you're hovering. Okay, now comes to 7 steps to attracting wealth. 1 second, I'll just shift my... Okay, so these are the 7 steps, and I'll tell you how these 7 pointers I have written down. This is based on my life experience. This is based on my clients whom I saw, their learnings that I had, my 15 years with wealth management. So out of this 23 years with the financial sector, that 15 years that I spent in the wealth management, I learned a lot about money mindset, managing money, and those learnings I've kept it here. Great inspiration that I got from the books like Think and Grow Rich, Millionaire Mindset, Happy Money, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So a culmination of all those things and what I have experienced in my life and what I have seen with clients is what have come here. Okay. So the first step is having that desire. Whenever we want to achieve anything in life, वो पहले एक छोटा सा एक thought आता है अपने में. फिर वो thought एक wishful thinking बन जाता है. फिर वो wishful thinking एक desire बन जाता है. Yeah, this is the way how, things get achieved. धीरे धीरे वो एक progression है. Now, what it says that till the time you don't have an intense burning desire to achieve something definite, फिर आपका लाइफ वैसे ही होने वाला है. Like majority of, and that's fine. It's all choices. But you should not live in regret. What I tell people, if you're happy with this, खुल के जियो, खुशी से जियो, but don't complain मेरे पास पैसा नहीं. Make that choice and live that life. Don't live in regret. Okay. Now, I'll give my example on this deep desire. So in 2000, I was telling in my story that I bought this house, my dream home. So that me and Shriram, we were looking out to buy a home, and we were looking out for properties. I am from Bengal, so I have lived in big homes, and I told him that घर चाहिए ना तो बड़ा चाहिए, तो बोलता बॉम्बे में स्पेस नहीं मिलता। मैंने बोला मुझे बड़ा ही चाहिए, मैं नहीं रहूंगी इतना छोटा छोटा इसमें। आई somehow I feel that वो I can't breathe, like I need those big windows, I need that space, I need that you're not like you're not like this in the lift. I want to like stand like this, and there is a garden, and this was my entire picture of I'll just mute. I know what is being made in someone's house. Tepla roti. हम लोग भी आ जाएंगे खाने को. Okay, so I was talking about this story, that this is the image that I had about my home, and I told Shriram जब बड़ा घर मिलेगा ना तभी मेरे को बुला. I don't want to waste my time seeing this house. ये मेरे क्राइटेरिया में नहीं है. मेरे अकाउंट में कितना था? 18 लाख, और मैं निकल पड़ी 2 करोड़ का घर ढूंढने के लिए. So sometimes my husband says, तू ना बंदूक डाल डाल के मेरे को चलाती है, बट अच्छा है, otherwise I wouldn't have achieved so much in life. So then he saw this place, and he said ये 2 करोड़ का है. And I said, I told him, देखने में क्या जाता है, चलो ना जाके देख के आते हैं. And he said, but नहीं हम लोग खरीदेंगे नहीं. I said, नहीं सिर्फ देखना, हमको खरीदना नहीं है, सिर्फ देखना है. So I went, and this was exactly the way I wanted. And I always wanted a Kalpatru house. Kalpatru not paid me any money to say this. I'm just saying this because I love staying, because I find the consecration very spacious. And so when I went to this house, and we came back, I told Srinam that, see, हम घर एक ही बार खरीदेंगे, बार बार थोड़े ना कोई घर चेंज करते रहता है. It's your home, it's your memories, you can't keep changing that house. So why not explore this out? Now, because I had that deep burning desire that मेरे को ऐसा ही चाहिए, you won't believe, I explored all the options, took a huge loan, shit scared for like the first 2-3 years were very scary, but we just went on. And you won't believe, after 5 years, my husband thanked me and said, thank you so much. If you had not pushed, I would have not done it. That desire was very deep inside me. So I want you to write down one deep desire. You can write as much as possible, but at least write one deep desire that you have inside you that you want to achieve. Write it down, because the next steps that will happen, I want you to also reflect while I'm talking about it, like how you can go about achieving it. And let me tell you, जिसके लाइफ में डिजायर नहीं है, उसका मॉर्निंग बोरिंग होता है. आज मैं क्या करूं? There's no enthusiasm. There's nothing that you're looking forward to the day, just another day. That's why you see all these people who have that energy, that vibe. They live a different. They and see, this desire is not just related to money. You can be your best version. You want to serve. It can be anything. But every day morning, you get up with that energy. You go about with that energy. So you've written down at least one deep desire that you have. Okay. Okay, then I'll move on. Because it's very important. Just write one deep desire of yours that you want to achieve. Okay. The second is that, see, जब भी कोई भी desire आता है ना, I'll tell you the process of achieving any goal. There's a process. Priyanka Deshmukh. Let me mute her. Wait. Okay. I'm just muting people wherever, like. Okay. So whenever you have any desire, वो डिजायर में ना, वो एक जैसे एक छोटी चिंगारी है, छोटी सी है, वेरी स्मॉल इनसाइड अस. नाउ हर चिंगारी को आग चाहिए ना, बिना आग के वो चिंगारी कभी भी बड़ा नहीं हो सकता. सो दैट स्मॉल फायर The first fuel that it needs is that of faith. Now, faith is at two levels. Faith is having that faith in your own capabilities, talent, qualities, and having faith in the universe, divine energy, because end of the day, there is a bigger force, bigger energy that's working around. Now, faith on yourself. Let me talk my story that I'm from a small town. I'm a small town girl. Whenever you are like when I was in wealth management and whenever I used to meet all these wealthy clients, they RMs from big institution, like big institution, the way they are dressed up, sometimes I feel, my God. But then I knew that, okay, I may not have that style quotient what they have, but I have that immense stuff inside me. When I'll talk, I'll make sense to the client. That faith in yourself, that faith is very important whenever you have a desire. The moment, like I took a big loan, I had that faith that me and Shriram will work hard and we will repay it. I never thought that, what if, देखेंगे ना, what if जो भी होगा देखेंगे, but at least that faith that we both will work hard and we'll achieve it. The second is that, like, I feel people who have that connection or who have uh that trust that there is that bigger power that is going to take care of them, their fear and their anxieties are much lesser compared to other people who don't have that connection. So the first fuel that your desire needs is the faith. That can be anything. As an entrepreneur, ये faith तो हमारा हर दिन का टेस्ट होता है as an entrepreneur. Because whenever you want to do anything, 10 people will say ये तो चलेगा ही नहीं, कोई खरीदेगा ही नहीं, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, तुम तो टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो. But boss, you can see that vision, you can see what others can't see. You believe in it, you can feel it in every cell of yours. Don't let anyone else, like this is what my husband says, let no one else tell you your dreams. You live it with your wings. ज्यादा क्या होगा, बहुत ऊंचे नहीं जाओगे ना, चलेगा, धरती से तो ऊपर जाओगे with your wings. So listen to yourself, have that faith in yourself and the divine, and then just go on with it. So whenever you have a desire, faith is very important. That's the first fuel that is required. What else it is required? Auto-suggestion, influencing subconscious mind. Now, what do you mean by auto-suggestion? Auto-suggestion means हम अपने आप को suggestion देते जाते हैं. Okay. Now, कोई भी desire है, वो हर desire का, वो कल थोड़े ना है कि आज मैंने desire किया, कल वो मिल जाएगा. Desire always have a time frame. It can be months, it can be years. Now, always remember, if you have a desire, and if that desire is not repeated to yourself again and again and again, that desire will die its natural death. So how do you do this? See, you see certain businessmen, उनको सिर्फ वही दिखता है, वही सोचता है, वही करते हैं, they are into it completely. So basically, the best way is that if you have a desire, write that desire in a very positive manner. Now, there is that one part of our primitive brain, RAS. Now, whenever you write any statement with I am, the brain allows it to go, because the brain is always like that security guard. इतने सारे information आते हैं, brain cannot take everything, otherwise हमारा brain freeze होगा. It only allows that what is good for us. So when you write I am, it helps you. See, earlier I knew that affirmations were important, but I didn't know from the angle. I didn't know their importance and relevance. I didn't know the bigger level these impacted. So whenever you have any desire of yours, write a very positive statement around it. And this statement can be written as a goal, can be written as an affirmation, can be written as a gratitude, can be put as a vision board. Like what I did when I want to travel a business class, I put it on my screen. Anything which just reminds you again and again and again and again about it. So what I have done for my goals, I started with 20 goals, and I comprised it to 10. Then I compress the entire thing to only 5 goals for this year. So from today till the next year, what I want to achieve, and those 5 goals, I say it, I write it. And it just takes me 5 minutes, not more than that. Now, what typically happens is that our life is governed by subconscious mind. All the coaches who are here, all the people who have done NLP will know this, that who's governing our life is not the conscious mind. अभी हाथी के ऊपर माहुत है, माहुत is the conscious mind, हाथी is a subconscious mind. Abhi Mahut dictates, but Hathi can do anything. Hathi is that. So our subconscious mind is so powerful. And our life, all decisions are taken from subconscious mind. And subconscious mind, you can think of a huge library where all the emotions are stored inside it. So जब भी आप कुछ desire लेते हो, there is a little inner voice that keeps on telling you, पागल हो क्या? कैसे होगा? अचीव नहीं होगा, क्यों भाग रही हो, टाइम क्यों वेस्ट कर रही हो, सुखी जीवन जियो ना, नेटफ्लिक्स देखो, वो करो, ये करो. There is a little voice that always keeps us telling about it. But when you do this auto suggestion again and again and again and again, it becomes a part of you. Remember in school days, मम्मी बोलती थी, okay, ये like I used to tell my mother that ये ना आंसर मेरे को याद ही नहीं हो रहा है. Mummy used to say, आप लिखो 5 बार, 10 बार. Now I know why my mother told me. I never knew the logic. लिखते की, and in the exam, that used to come very naturally to me. When you write something again and again and again, it becomes an innate part of you. And then that little voice जो आपको हर दिन बोलता है ना, ये क्या सोच रहे हो, नहीं होगा, नहीं होगा. See, there are two voices always coming inside you. It comes in me also every single day. Like when I was doing this webinar, so many, you have all these empowering thoughts, all the thoughts that can limit you. But which voice are you giving energy to? And when you do this auto suggestion, that voice that pulls you down, you're not feeding into that voice at all. That's why auto suggestion becomes very, 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 very important. नहीं तो क्या होता है, you start with a desire and after few months, like you see some friends very excited, ये करना वो करना है, कुछ महीने के बाद मुझे क्या हुआ, नहीं यार ये तो होगा नहीं. Because that person has not put in that effort, the little voice has taken over the entire thing. Yeah, making sense? Okay, then moving on to imagination. I'm a big believer, like I still have my fairyland inside my mind. And sometimes people say, धरती पे उतर जाओ. मैं बोला नहीं, मेरे को उधर ही रहना अच्छा है, मेरा दुनिया अलग है. And I love imagining it. So whenever you have a desire, see, every desire has a form. And imagination is that workshop where the desire gets a physical form. It's like when I imagined that home, I imagined the lift like this. I didn't have this exact thing of this house, but I knew my lifts are going to be bigger, my hall is going to be bigger, my rooms are going to be bigger, my windows are going to be bigger. I lived that in my imagination. I felt it in my cells. Having imagination is very, 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 very important, because this is another way of auto-suggestion. Because through imagination, you again and again and again and again telling yourself कि मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा है, मेरे को रहना है, मेरे को करना है. So whenever you start with anything, go into that zone that why are you doing this? How is this going to help you make your life better? What kind of a life you will be leading? What you will be doing? How you will be impacting? Go in the detailing of these things. And हम बचपन में कितना करते थे, मेरे को साइकिल चाहिए. We used to see that we are riding that cycle with our friends. We are having such a great time. As kids, we all did it. But then when we grew up, we just stopped because लोग बोलते गए हैं कि अरे सपने मत देखो. प्लेन भी पहले सपना ही तो था. Otherwise, we wouldn't be flying. We'll be still going by that train. Someone dreamed about it. Someone thought about it. Someone made a drawing of it on a sheet, and that's what became reality today. A lot of people don't understand the importance of this process, that only when you follow this process, things materialize in life. That's what majority of the people say, nahi hota hai. Nahi isliye hota hai because they have not followed this process. If you follow it, it has to happen. And many people have proved it that it has happened in their life. Now we have to decide which segment are we choosing to follow, this segment or this segment. So imagination is very, very, very important. Whenever you have a desire, reliving it. And all these things just take 5 minutes in the morning. And the best time to do it is first thing in the morning when you get up. Don't touch your phones. Do this. Take 5 minutes to do this before you go to sleep. Take 5 minutes for your desires, what you want to achieve, what you want to do. Okay, from this, another two more important points, decision and persistence. Now, okay, I'll tell you how this decision making is so important. I'll give you my example. So when I started, see, I had a history where I never used to even think about kitna salary hai, kya hai, never was very number oriented. But when I realized money is such a beautiful energy, you have to give respect. Now, जब भी हमको किसी के बारे में पता नहीं होता, that means we are not bothered about it. That's the energy that I give. So when I started this coaching, I said, I'm going to impact life and my value will be so much that the people are ready to pay me any amount and I'll be earning a crore. So that's my goal, that I want to earn so much. Now, whenever I have such a big audacious goal, हर दिन मेरे को कुछ ना कुछ decision तो आते ही रहेगा ना life में. Now, if your desire, when we have a desire, if we are not able to take decisions as an entrepreneur, every day you have to take a decision. Otherwise, we'll be living our life in full regret. Because देखो, हम जब भी कोई भी चीज को बहुत ही हार्ट से मांगते हैं ना, वो आता है as an opportunity to us, as ideas to us. Many times you have heard ना, अरे इसने तो मेरा आइडिया चुरा लिया. किसी ने आपका आइडिया चुराया नहीं, आपने इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं किया, उसने इम्प्लीमेंट कर दिया. Best, that's the difference. No one can steal anything from you. You didn't take the decision to do it, someone else will do it. Because ideas will keep hovering around to different people. So whenever you want to accomplish anything, whether it is money terms, whether it is anything, whether you want to be your best version, like as a life coach, no one understands life coach hai kya. सबको लगता है waste of time hai. But you are investing in bettering yourself. You're taking a decision. And whenever you don't take a decision, you have a life of regret. So this is fifth stage where the desire dies its natural death. Now I want you to reflect, take few seconds and reflect, whatever desire you have in these 5 process में कहाँ पे वो अटका है. Write down where is it stuck and work on that aspect. And ज़्यादातर लोग, why they don't take a decision? Because they are scared. What if they fail? They don't have the courage to face. अरे तू फेल हो गया, तूने ये नहीं किया. All the big entrepreneurs, every failure teaches you this way you cannot achieve it. You have to achieve it this way. That's all it's trying to tell you. But do we have the courage to face that failure? We think it's a stamp. It's not a stamp. It's just another way of not doing a particular thing. That's it. Yeah. So decision making is very important. Otherwise, 5th step में चला जाता है. It dies a natural death here. So your desire is going from one step to another step, one step to another step, like that. And the 6th one is persistence. This is the secret sauce. Because when it comes to all the steps, if the 6th one is not done, which is the willpower, your willpower is going to be tested every single day whenever you want to achieve anything bigger in life, big, small, whatever it is. Your willpower, even like you don't want to watch Netflix, that can be a small thing, but that again your willpower gets tested. So whenever you have a desire, the persistence is the key secret sauce to success. Keep on doing it. I tell all the coaches, सबका journey में timing अलग है. What all you have to focus, I tell my kids also, only thing that you have to focus every day, did I give my best today? That's it. I know it needs a different attitude, but Why not develop this attitude? Life becomes beautiful. I'm also learning in the process. I'm not conquered it, but at least I'm better than what I was like 4 years back. Persistence is very, very important. So a desire goes through all these 6 steps. 6 step may, when the persistence come, you not only make wealth, you create legacy. You leave behind. People remember you even after you're not there. So when all these 6 steps happen, you create wealth for yourself and you create legacy for yourself. Now, when it comes to desire, there's a very important point which I want you to make is be very careful what desire you're sowing. Desire एक सीड की तरह है. अभी एक सीड सिर्फ सीड है, उसको पानी चाहिए, उसको धूप चाहिए, उसको हवा चाहिए, उसको राइट सॉइल चाहिए. वैसे ही आपका ये डिजायर एक सीड की तरह है. Your desire needs faith, it needs auto-suggestion, it needs imagination, it needs decision, it needs persistence. जैसे सीड को ये सारी चीज चाहिए, वैसे आपका डिजायर जो सीड है उसको भी ये सारी चीज चाहिए. Without that, वो desire sprout नहीं करेगा. It will not become a banyan tree. So be very careful. What desire are you sowing? Are you sowing a neem ka seed? Are you sowing a mango ka seed? Be very careful, because many times a desire becomes a problem for all the unhappiness that we have in our life. So be very conscious on that part as to what kind of a desire you have, and then choose all these steps to get to that wealth and legacy ka concept. The 7th step, managing money. See, आपने वेल्थ तो बना लिया, बट वेल्थ को है ना, जैसे एक पौधा है, पौधा तो है बट माली नहीं है, पौधा कैसे ग्रो होगा? Whenever you have made money, and this I tell people that it's not about that only when you make a lot of money. That's a myth that only when you make a lot of money you need to have someone to manage it. The day you start earning, you should have someone to manage your money and choose the right person. Getting the right gardener is very important. And the way you choose is the way you choose a nanny for your child. That's the way how you'll choose someone for your money. Many people यही question पूछते हैं, कितना मिलेगा? These people get trapped into all the wrong schemes and they say that नहीं तो मैंने पूरा पैसा गवा दिया stock में. But you chose the wrong person. What was your criteria of choosing that guy was मेरे को कितना टक्का मिलेगा? That was the only thing you asked. When you're choosing a nanny for your child, you see so many criteria. You're not going to just choose based on how that person looks. No, or what is the qualification or whatever other stuff. You go into the integrity, honesty, lot of finer value system. When the 7th part is not done, that's why, all these richest people to rags, or you see people with a lot of money comes back to square one. क्यों होता है? Because money management is very important. And the sad part is not in our curriculum so far. हम पूरी जिंदगी ये 6 स्टेप्स में गुजार देते हैं, पूरा जिंदगी अपना, और हमको लगता है हमारा लाइफ बेस्ट हमने अचीव कर लिया. If you don't do the 7 steps, you can come back to step 1 also. Managing your money, learning about it. Like as I told in the beginning, it's very simple, very easy. It's only thing, जब भी you say any jargon or speak anything bombastic, we feel हाँ कुछ तो वजन है भाई इस पे, कुछ तो भयंकर है. It's like difficult. They make it difficult, but actually it's not so difficult. It's very, very simple and easy to understand. Yeah. So these are the 7 steps to be wealthy. And wealth consciousness is very different. And when you have wealth with the abundance mindset, wow, 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 your life is so beautiful. Amazing. एक वो lightness feel होता है life में. Okay. Anupama is saying managing money, multiplying money. Yes, absolutely. Make money for harmony. Absolutely, Sunny. Absolutely. Breathing becomes light too. So true. Breathing becomes so light. You completely tap into that. And that is what I believe, because I've seen all kinds of wealthy people and I've realized, no, this is the wealth consciousness that we all need to have. Okay. So from here, okay. So I will take at least, what is the time now? Let me see. Okay. I'll take, we'll spend a minute for this. I'll take top two shares. What is your biggest takeaway? You can unmute yourself and just raise your hand and you can just share like what were your top two, one, three, four, five, Joby, whatever you feel like. Like I would love to know like what were your top greatest takeaways from whatever I've shared so far. Anyone who wants to volunteer?
Approach towards money.
Okay. Okay. Approach towards money, like which step, you felt ki this was
No, I was talking generic, not from the
generic.
steps point of view. Yeah.
Okay. Approach towards money, how to create wealth. That.
Yeah.
Understood. Great. Superb. So how did that help you like shift, like anything which you felt, okay, if I do this way, this will help me shift it, or that just like अरे किसी ने तो एक ब्रह्म ज्ञान दे दिया, या फिर the divine has given me this big realization or understanding. Yes, Anupam, I'll come to you and Priyanka. Anything like
Yes.
Nirija on that?
Yes. मतलब we have to leave scarcity mindset and build abundance mindset.
Yes.
हमेशा ये सोचना है कि ईश्वर जो है उनके पास abundance में है, वो सब हमें मिल सकता है क्योंकि यूनिवर्स और हम एक ही हैं.
Absolutely. And this brings to this point that how air is in abundance. Water is in abundance, food is in abundance, animals, plants, trees, everything is rightly mixed. So, जब कोई बोलता ना कि पता नहीं मेरे पास आएगा क्या, do you think मेरे को next सांस कहाँ से मिलने वाला है?
नहीं.
God, you know what? The beauty is that this is my realization. इतने सालों तक मेरे को तो लगा मेरे आंख में पट्टी था, ये पट्टी खुल गया है. धीरे धीरे I'm able to see things much more clearer. I realize the nature is always talking to us and telling us, shouting us, abundance, everything is there. Live your life. So true, Anupama. So true.
And one thing, जब भी हम आगे हमें कोई मान लीजिए कार खरीदनी है, अभी हमें नहीं दिखती थी, लेकिन मैंने अगर सोच लिया तो सारे रास्तों में वही कार दिखती है.
Correct. So वो क्या होता ना, there is a brain chemistry. जब actually I missed this point, जब भी वो auto suggestion and imagination kick in होता है ना, there is a brain chemistry that happens inside the brain. As a result, you can only spot. So if you're looking out for Honda City red, you'll only see, अरे इतने लोगों के पास Honda City, उसके पहले हमको दिखती नहीं थी. Very true.
Yes.
Very true. Because there's a brain chemistry that happens inside the brain where that auto suggestion and imagination kicks in.
Yes.
Very true. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nirija. Thank you, Anupama. Yes,
You know
Ankita.
what's coming to me, Meena? It's like the artificial intelligence of the universe,
Yes. Yes.
where it's showing you all these cars and houses because you're thinking.
Yes. And they say now that like since I'm into pranic healing and all, they always are showing us signs. It's just that हमारा एंटेना का फ्रीक्वेंसी ना ट्यून्ड नहीं है. हम बोलते हैं नहीं है, भगवान बोल रहा है, चिल्ला रहा है, डांस कर रहा है, बट हमारा फ्रीक्वेंसी ट्यून नहीं है. एंड दैट इज बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर इन फियर ना, you cannot see it. The fear
Yes.
energy is the most deadly
True.
energy to have.
Yes.
It's not artificial intelligence, it is abundance intelligence.
True, Anupama. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you, Shivani. Thank you. Yes, Ankita.
For me, the biggest takeaway was I always thought I had an abundance mindset. But right now, you've given me such clear distinctions where I'm realizing in so many spaces I'm actually acting out of scarcity mindset. So now I'm like, okay, I need, like, now that I'm aware, I know I'll change it because I was always in the belief that I have an abundance mindset. So now I just need to change those little habits that I had created
Yes.
using scarcity mindset. So I'm going to change that now.
appreciate your frankness, Ankita. I think the change has already started inside you. Yes,
Thank you.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, Anita and Priyanka.
So for me, I have been reading Napoleon Hill's book Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
That's when I opened Instagram, your webinar thing popped up.
Oh my God, what a coincidence! A sign and symbol.
I feel, from what I have read, I have kind of written down something that I want to manifest, and I read it every morning and every night.
Wonderful.
And I don't know. Let's see where it goes.
Yes, yes, we'll see it. We'll see it. Bless you, darling. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Bless you. Let divine show you the way how you can achieve this or something better. Sometimes people say, अरे मेरे को Honda City नहीं मिल रहा है. भगवान बोला Lamborghini मिलेगा तुमको. और हम बोल रहे हैं हमको Honda City चाहिए, Honda City चाहिए. So I always say this or something better. Because there's always a bigger plan. That's always there. Beautiful. We'll always stay connected. And when it happens, Anita, we'll do a dance, gratitude dance. I always do that whenever I achieve something really nice. So me and my clients also, whenever they achieve, we always do this beautiful dance. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Anita. Thank you. Bless you.
पूजा ने यही सिखाया है ना हमें. This
हाँ.
is something better.
Yes, this or something. But and there's so much of power in that statement,
Yes.
That's what I realized.
I'm
Yes.
also Pooja's student.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. So nice. Yes, Priyanka, tell me.
For me, I've had what we've done here in terms of mindset, one was, identifying that and actually reflecting on how mindset can influence each decision of your life, and how it plays back to money. I never thought that, oh, this limiting mindset could actually affect maybe something that you want to achieve financially, and it actually brings back in those small decisions. And then you also spoke about how, having that abundance mindset to always also give, and how that comes back to the mindset again when you are willing to give and have that, and how it has a infinity effect in your life as well, because you're giving out that.
Yes.
So how it comes back to that purity of your intention with everything that you do.
Yes.
So setting that pure intention out there, which has a good cause, will
Yes.
attract all that you want in your life, was really resonating with me in this instance. And I've seen that how when we work together, how it has actually helped in manifesting all the things you want in your life.
Yes.
So that's definitely some of a very special takeaway for me.
Thank you so much. Priyanka has been my client. I remember when she came, she said, "Meko debt management karna hai." That was the one thing she said. "Meko debt management karna hai." So, and then we did so many things. So many things happened. If you want to share, you could just take few seconds, Priyanka, if you want to just share about that thing. How
Yeah.
when you came with that one thought, "Meko debt management karna," and then, that bigger picture of what all could have happened. Yeah.
Yeah, so when I came to Meena, I had already gone to so many other places to learn how to manage money. And I'm in this stage of life where I'm beginning to understand. I know it's late, but I'm beginning to understand how it's important to manage your money, how to do things and everything. And I went to a couple of other people and signed up for other courses to understand how can I invest, how can I manage just budgeting and all of that. But it always overwhelmed me, and nobody took the time to kind of explain me in a way that I can understand. And then I had a lot of stress at that point, figuring out, okay, how will I achieve this, with the debt I have and with everything else that was happening. And I remember I spoke to Meena just once. I've known Meena for quite some time, but it just happened that we spoke about this particular thing, and I saw her offering, and I think she'd posted her life coaching thing. And I just went out to her like, hey, I saw this and it looks really interesting to me. And can we have a chat? And I remember just having one call with her and discussing what are the things. And I was like right away signed up. I'm like, something in me told me that she can help me. And I'm so happy that I took that gut instinct, because she really changed everything that I think about money and how I feel about it as well. Because I used to think that the debt was such a big deal and I'm going to take like 15, 20 years of my life spending just in how I'm going to repay it. And I cannot live my life. I'll have to be really stingy and, just dedicate my money towards that. But she kind of like broke it down for me and she said, okay, let's put it all down on paper on an Excel sheet and let's see how can you achieve your bigger goals as well as this and live life. You're young and you can do it. So then I remember doing that exercise and like she going out of her way to like even, I think we also had discussed extra streams of income, and that those little things where she like went out of the way and said, okay, let's brainstorm on what are the offerings you have right now. How can you start your own thing side by side your job to generate more income? And then we went and we brainstormed and we did that, and like little mindset shifts that she would catch on and she'd say, hey Priyanka, we need to fix this, and we would do that like in every session. And and just having that plan and going out of her way, we had many roadblocks in between, but she would just figure out a way to get all of that information from somewhere and say, hey Priyanka, we can do this, I got this from this person. And like I didn't know when it came to investing, I have invested in the past, but I don't know where that is, what funds it's in, what company and everything. And she asked me and I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, why don't you know, go find out. And then kind of also like in the happiness factory that she helps you with, it's so easy to understand. Like you can literally click and find out, okay, this is the percentage, this is where it is. And it was so easy, like the whole process of understanding money. I like, why was I stressing about this so much? But it was a really, really beautiful journey that's been with her. And I'm so glad that, all, and the beautiful thing is I'm seeing all age groups over here, like even children to, everyone being here. So I completely vouch out for what she's doing. And it's been a very, very beautiful journey for me. And I can't wait to see how everyone else is impacted with she's
Thank
offering.
you so much, Priyanka. And I think in the process, we formed a very strong bond, which I'll cherish. Like, it's like I knew you, but that's the magic about the job, like the work. I will not say the job, cross, the work, the passion that I'm putting in. That you get to meet such amazing people, and your life is filled with them. That gives you that inner strength. Thank you so much for the share, Priyanka. Thanks a lot. Yeah. So I think the last one is Priyanka Deshmukh. You want to share?
Yeah, hi, Meena.
Hi, Priyanka. So happy to see you.
Yeah, same here. So glad to be here. I think the biggest takeaway that I'm taking is that the journey on which I am, which is also related to setting up my own coaching practice, etc. I started with a very deep desire. Like it was a really deep desire, because of which I took some leap of faith, and the faith was also there. But I think the auto suggestion part has been missing. It is a little infrequent. Like I do it, and then maybe a few weeks later I feel that, okay, maybe I should connect back with it. And every day I keep thinking that, oh, I'm supposed to do something about it, supposed to do something. But I think what I'm thinking is not matching with the actions that I'm taking. Then the actions, then I keep focusing on what is urgent instead of what is important. And so then life continues to feel that it's so busy, and how am I ever going to do it, and what is happening, and where I wanted to go, and where my life is going. Someday it will happen, and all of that. But I think what I'm learning is through that auto suggestion, it's like you continuously, it's like a thread, and you try to tie yourself to that tree every day, again and again, Otherwise you'll keep drifting away into this river of life. So you
Life happens at all points of time. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. So just reminding myself that if I had a really deep desire and if that was really so meaningful and important, and I had a vision that this will happen, that will happen. It was such a beautiful vision. And
Correct.
it was really scary when you said that it dies its natural death,
Yeah.
because I could see that, maybe somewhere it could be that I'm on that path, and it's really scary. So I think that was a good wake up call for me, that I have to start this auto suggestion thing and keep connecting with it again and again, and then everything else happens, the decision making, the persistence, it will come, but first
Yeah.
I need to
Absolutely. That
be
little
connected with it.
voice will just dim down and you will work on it. Another important thought that was coming in me is that we often say, I want to achieve this. Like, suppose if I say, I want to have a beautiful relationship with my kids and with my hubby. The first thing what I need to do is to give time. Otherwise, it's a wishful thinking, na?
Yeah.
So, so that's what I tell people, even in my group, the clients that I have, कि आपके पास यदि 5 मिनट नहीं है मनी के लिए, मनी कैसे आएगा आपके लाइफ में? You need to have that. You have to give just 5 minutes. That quality time, what we say, na, with kids.
Yeah.
That is the quality time your desire needs.
Absolutely. It's
You put
reminding me of that quote that energy flows where intention goes.
attention goes. You create it in reality. You see it
Yeah.
happening in my life. Whatever has happened now, I feel I manifest things much faster because I don't have ifs and buts. I don't have. I'm like that child and divine is my father. मैं तो काट में डालते रहती हूँ. अब देना है. See, as a child, did I ever think whether my parents have enough money? No, I never thought about it. I just asked. You know what we do? We put a lot of ifs and buts and we keep doubting ourselves and the divine. काट में डालो. काट में डालोगे तो कैसे आएगा आपके पास?
True. True. I think I put in a lot of ifs and buts.
Yes. So because somewhere the doubt is there, so you know which part you have to work on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank
Thank
you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Okay.
Hi, I'd like to add something.
Okay. Yeah. Abhi.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
yeah. My
so
dear friend.
yeah. Firstly, sorry for not having the video on. I'm on the go.
No, that's fine. That's
But I do want to take this chance to say that I've seen Meena's journey. We both have had similar journeys in some form. I've been in a very IQ kind of position, technically how to make money, and a lot of goals have been achieved more or less on similar timelines as well. But what I learned today from her, one, I've always known of her infectious energy, but I want to validate that today. That is just awesome to, because she keeps spreading it daily. And any of you who've associated with her will know that she's just infectious. That's her. Number two, in spite of all my knowledge, and I've worked at very senior roles in very big multinational Indian companies, all of that on the money management side. But today she showed me that there is something called an emotional connect with money. So I'm going to log into her a lot more and finish my circle, 360 degrees. And I know I have a lot to learn from her. So thank you so much, Meena, for this.
Javni.
It
Thank
was
you.
so wonderful. I can't stop telling you thanks for today.
Oh, so glad to hear that. Thank you so much for that love. Thank you so much. I didn't see you, so I didn't know. I'm so glad you're here. So glad. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. So done with the share. Now I'll move on to this. Are you tired now or are you energized to smash your goals? Smash your goals. Okay. Yes, this one. Okay, so here I'll share about my offerings and all. Okay, now only 5%, see what we have observed in life, the achievers, I'm not talking about wealthy here, I'm talking about the achievers, only 5% action takers, and you are that 5% who are part of this webinar. So clap for yourself. Wonderful. You took the action to be here and you were here completely engaging pouring your thoughts, contributing, being a part of it, because that's when a subconscious mind is also taking. See, we are governed more by the subconscious mind. We know more about our phones than we know about our brains. Because biology mein jo brain seekha, wo actually, we don't know how it works when it comes to achieving and how success and everything works. Okay. So congratulations for all the 5%. You're the 5% people who have been a part of this session. Then a beautiful quote, always remember, bold people make history because they have the courage to take that risk. Courage, if you have to replace the fear, accept your fear. I'm saying running away from fear, accept your fear. Say, I know you are there, but today I'm going to play with courage. Many a times they say, na, fake it till you make it. Ye quote itna famous kyun hai? Because the brain doesn't know, is it happening in reality or are you really doing it? The body experiences the same emotion, whether you're doing in reality or whether you are faking it. So the best way is courage, lo, chota steps, lo, it's fine, but have the courage. So on the occasion of the first anniversary of my company, I'm going to share certain offers that are there. So that's why this balloons and everything is there. But this is not for everyone. This is only for the 5% action takers who are ready to take responsibility and change their financial life. So if you really strongly believe that on the money part, certain things have to be worked out, certain things have to be changed, then I just request people take action, whether it is from me or whether it's from someone else, chalega, but take action. Because till the time you don't take action, wo वैसे ही रहता है आपके life में. So I'm presenting about the Financial Empowerment Academy program, what typically exactly I do. So I provide a 360-degree holistic approach of helping women with money mindset and money management. So what I do is that what I have realized in my life is that you need both. It is like two sides of one coin. सिर्फ मैनेजमेंट सीखो ना तो आप वो श्रब की तरह हो. माइंडसेट इज द बिगर पार्ट. दोनों चाहिए. सिर्फ माइंडसेट सीख के मैनेजमेंट नहीं सीखते हो, वो भी नहीं होगा. दोनों चाहिए आपको. You need the mindset, you need the management. And luckily, now when I track back, because I'm a chemistry student, I've not done finance, I'm not an MBA person also. I've just done BSc chemistry and I've learned the lessons of life. I've been a student all looking out and learning, absorbing like a sponge. And I've realized that money mindset and money management both is required. And I think God put me in the financial industry just to do this and help a lot more women. So I bring to table both the concepts, mindset and management. And what I do is that in my courses, I help women release the limiting beliefs around money. Because now these 7 steps, 6 steps जो मैंने बोला है, इसमें there are certain limiting beliefs that we have picked up from our parents, from our environment, because from the age of 1 to 7, जो the time होता है बचपन का, that is when you pick all your beliefs. And to be very honest, I am living my life from the eyes of a 7-year-old child who has gone through those beliefs as a child. So if those limiting beliefs, when it comes, you can't, like if someone says, earning money, I have to work very hard to earn money. If that is your limiting belief, do you think you will go all out to earn that money? Never. Never. Whenever you try to do it, something happens in your body and you go 2 steps back. So releasing a limiting belief is very important. So I work on that. And then once that is done, then I work on the concepts of money management as to how you can achieve your goals, on financial freedom. And I teach concepts of money like equity, mutual funds, the starting level. I do that because I tell people, you should have someone to manage your money, but you should know what that person is talking about. Because end of the day, you will not just leave your child with anyone. You will know everything. So that's where the thought comes from. So this is what I help people do: release their money traumas, heal your relationship with money, creating a money success blueprint that is your blueprint that you want to achieve. Learning concepts of money management. So this I've already shared, learning about financial products. So this is what in terms of my course and curriculum is all about. Then inside the program, what they get, so I take a very small group of not more than 5 people, because I work from a space that if someone has trusted me, I have to give back at least 5 times of what they have invested and giving their time and money and energy, everything with me. So in that group, I also have one-on-one mentorship, and I keep on recording like where different people are moving and how I need to help. So there's a WhatsApp accountability support group is there. Individually, they have a chat with me, because what I realized when I was with all these big mentors, I wish if they were at least giving me, I'm not saying महीने में थोड़ा 15 मिनट भी मेरे को दे देते हैं, I think I would have been a different person. But I know they are very big mentors, they don't have time. But I realized without that one-on-one mentorship, now you can't achieve that potential. It's like you always need like even a Sachin Tendulkar needs a coach. Why? Because we all have our personal biases that come our way. So then one-on-one WhatsApp accountability support. Then part of a wealth community. See, money is such a beautiful energy which you need for the rest of your life, and you can only be in that energy. Like when you're happy, what do? You always go and meet happy people because you love that energy, you want to be in that energy. And money is such a beautiful energy. So I've created this women wealth community where all the aspirational women who want to achieve something meaningful in life is a part of this community, and this community will keep that money energy going. Otherwise it fizzles down, you know. And then I have a 120-day milestone map. Like people ask me, how do I know I'll be financially savvy? If you have achieved the 120-day milestone map, it's done. And as I told you in the beginning, it's an academy. It's not just a program where people come, suno and jao. It's like you graduate and you go. Then I'm a big implementer. I'm a believer that jo bhi suna hai, turant implement karo. Otherwise, it's a waste of time, energy, and effort. So I ensure that people create their financial plan. If they have a financial advisor, they create with them. If they don't have a financial advisor, then I facilitate, but they see their plan live and kicking as to how the life financial plan looks like and how they can achieve it. So focuses on implementation, helping you with your investments also. And then after that, I say that you can be with this person, and you can, if you have anything, you can always come back to me. So this is what it is. These are happy client testimonials. Priyanka has already shared. This is there on my website also. Just put it. Acha lagta hai, isliye I put it here. Feel good factor. It always feels a good form of energy. Okay. Any deal, I think only till the deal is sweetened, it makes more sense. So I said, let's sweeten the deal for everyone. So whoever is enrolling my program by 20th of September, there are two benefits that's being offered. One is they get a 50,000 off on the offer price. And the second is that you work until your goals are achieved. Sounding good? Looking nice? Okay. Because our brain also works ना कि कुछ अच्छा मिलेगा, brain को भी अच्छा लगता है. Otherwise the brain doesn't like it. वो होता है ना कि when you go and say, हाँ ये अच्छा है, but इसमें और क्या अच्छा मिलेगा? So so I think this feels good. Yes. Okay. Now, important thing. This offer is not for you because see, I always, whenever people come, I always tell them it's a two-way process. Because you need to know that I'm the right person and I need to know that I can add value in your life. So if you're not truly committed to change the money game, then it's a waste of someone's energy and even my energy. And there are people who come and ask me, "Meko jaldi paisa banana hai. Meko naya strategies do." No, I'm not the right person for those kinds of things. And many a times when you see the kind of commitment that you have, people go a very unresponsive way. So all these things are filtered out in the first discovery call, because the journey has to be like full gear pe jaane ka. Aage aise karke nahi jaane ka. So we make all those things clear. And if someone doesn't have time to commit for the weekly assignments and worksheets, then I tell them don't come at a time when you have time, because this needs that commitment to be completely involved with this energy. And I tell people that I will work, but the work will work when you also do it. It's always a two-way process that happens. Yeah, so from here, I think, okay. So there is a discovery call, like as I said, you can book a discovery call. Selvi, can you share it in the group and can you share it in the chat also, the discovery call ka link? Now,
Sure,
this
sure.
discovery call is a complimentary one. You can book it to have a discussion.
A7. Sorry.
No worries. No, I'm just muting. Yeah. So, Selvi, you can put it on the chat and also on this one. So you can book a discovery call. This discovery call is all about like getting to know, and because end of the day, I feel the journey becomes more meaningful when both the sides are coming with the full josh and energy to do it. Yeah. So that's what it is all about.